Do you love pouches to store your EDC? I love pouches almost as much as I love sling bags. If you love pouches as much as I do, I've got one you might want to check out. What's going on, everybody? This is Lamar with MF and Research, and today I've got this guy. This is the Hub Pouch Pro by Alpaka. It's an update on the original Hub Pouch. Let's see how it looks. Let's see how it compares to the original Hub Pouch that I love so much. Let's talk about the specs and just do a general overview of the pouch. So on the outside, it's got an external waterproof zipper pocket with a YKK slip lock zipper, and then you've got your external slip pocket over here. On the back, you've got an external slip pocket that fits a pen, and you've got one that fits probably one, maybe two cards at most. And then that's it on this side. You've got where they ditched the Hypalon zipper pull. They've got just a paracord wrap right here, a single zipper. They ditched the other zipper. So here's the zipper pull here, goes all the way around. Reverse coil YKK zipper. And it comes in the AxoGrid 300D. It's just, I guess I'd call it their recyclable version of X-Pac. It's a grid pattern of the AxoFlux that they use. It comes in black or the army green that you see here. In the interior, there's not much difference from the original, and we will compare the original in a little bit. So the left side right here has two slip pockets that go probably, I'd say 3/4 of the way. And then there's an elasticized loop right there. And then at the halfway spot, there's two more slip pockets. And then on the other side, there's one full width slip pocket, and then you've got three elasticized loops. These two are smaller. This one's about the same size as this one, maybe a little bit smaller, but bigger than these two. And then you've got another pocket that's half the height, but then it stretches the full width of this side of the pouch. And then talking about the dimensions, you've got 3.4 by 4.9, and then it's 1 inch in depth. And with all the other Hub pouches, it is compatible with the Hub system, which this piece is right here, and we've talked about that before. All right, let's take a look and see how I have this guy loaded out. Let's start from the outside and work our way inside, starting with the quick access compartment. This is the RL4 by Mech Army. Just a little pry bar with the bits available as well, so it gives a little bit of dual functionality. Got a video on that. Check that out if you're interested. In this zipper pocket, the waterproof zipper pocket, I have a Write in the Rain notebook. I know it's kind of redundant to have a Write in the Rain notebook and a waterproof zipper pocket, but hey, it fits. It's small, so I'll put it there. So here, I usually had the original Hub clip on here, but I picked one of these guys up, the little Hub carabiner as well. If you want to see a comparison between the carabiner and the clip and my thoughts on each, let me know. And then that's all on the front. Flipping over to the back, this is normally where I have my badge. So got the UFO card to represent the badge. And then I've usually just got a poker pin in there on this side because it's nice and thin and it's short. So that's what I have on that side. So now let's go inside. So I'm gonna be careful. So one mod I'm gonna add to this a little bit later, and if it makes it in time, I'll put some B-roll right here of it. But what I'm gonna do is put some stuff right here to make these stay in here because they tend to fall out. But we'll start on this side, and I've got a mini Altoid tin in here. And I know I said I would never do one of those EDC Altoid tins, but it was empty and I decided to do it. So my brother has a 3D printer, reached out to him, and this is what he put together for me. If you're interested, let me know. I can put his information in the description and you can reach out to him. So it's just 3 compartments where I've got some Tylenol, some allergy meds, and some Altoids in there. And it just sits right there. I've got the Next Tool Mini Sailor, done a video on that as well. It fits perfectly right in that spot. Got my key fob. And then I think I just have, usually I have 4 or 5 cards in this slot. It fits no problem right there. And then it's allergy season. You gotta keep my eye drops with me. So got some eye drops in here. And then I liked that this guy was nice and short. My Kobe Beeswax lip balm, that's just been in there, and that's what I use in here. And then that's it on this part. But the last thing that I actually have in here is this little nail clipper from Key Unity. It's a little titanium nail clipper, nice, small, flat. It doesn't always stay right here. I just kind of stick it in where I want to, and that's what I keep inside. Hey, I hope you're liking the video so far. Don't forget to like, comment with any gear reviews you'd like to see in the future, and subscribe to MF for Research. Any support helps grow my little small corner of the EDC community. Now back to the video. All right, so now I broke the original out and let's just see how they compare. So first up on the outside, you've got the zipper pulls here, the single zipper pull right here versus the double right here. And this is definitely quieter because they got rid of the zipper. So that's an improvement. The zipper is the same right here as these two. This one's a different zipper here. They went with a waterproof AquaGuard zipper here where it's just reverse coil here. They replaced the hook and loop here with the slip pocket right there. And compared to the original, there's nothing on the back here where there's the two slotted quick access pockets on the back. Looking at the loop for the hub system, this material feels a bit thicker than this one does. I mean, this one does have about 2 or 3 years of break-in, but it still feels thicker overall. And looking at the two, the new one looks way bigger to me, but the original is 3.54 by 4.72 by 0.98. So it's not that much of a difference in measurements, but it just looks so much bigger to me. The other difference is, and you can see it better here, is this is the Axo grid and then this is the X-Pack. I think this one was V21. It's been a while, I can't remember, but that's what I think it is. And then on the inside, for the most part, the layout is the same, pretty much the same. I would say if you look here, I think the build quality is just done a little bit better. The logo is the same. The layout of the pockets is just the same, but there's just a bit more space and that additional height on this one than this one. So one more thing I want to do to compare the old one with the new one is I want to see how much of the loadout in the Hub Pro fits into the original Hub Pouch. So let's try that out. Now that I've got the original one loaded up with the stuff that was in the Hub Pro, this is what's left out. My Altoid 10 couldn't make it and the pry bar couldn't make it. What I had to do was put the multi-tool here. And so it was either the multi-tool or the Altoids 10 in here, but either one was a tight fit. Because this is a little narrower, I fit that in there instead. And then we'll just go inside real quick. We won't pull everything out, but I'll just show you how it looks and the difference. And the big difference is most of it's pretty much the same. The only difference is the pin had to go on the inside and I didn't have that space on the outside. So that's where the storage is different on the old pouch. Let's talk about the things I like about the new Hub Pouch. First, and I have to say probably the biggest thing so far, is I really like the external access on both sides. I think that was one of the weaknesses I talked about in the original, was that the back felt like it had wasted space. I think the front zipper is a big plus for me. It's an upgraded zipper on the original. The lock zipper is pretty good. I know some people complained, I remember in the Facebook group, that it doesn't come all the way to the top. I looked at the original one, it doesn't either, so no big deal. I like the design and the look of this pouch. It has a more sleek, modern aesthetic than the original one. I think that fits more of Alpaka's line. And one thing I didn't really realize was a plus until I compared this one to the original was that little bit of extra space at the top. It gives you a little bit more functionality and it gives you an option to do a little bit more with the pouch. And the last thing is the improvement on the build quality. I think it's a well-made pouch. We'll have to see how the Axo grid holds up over time, but so far so good. So now let's talk about some of the areas where I think this pouch can still improve. First, while I do like the quick access compartments on the front and the back, I wish they wouldn't have dropped the hook and loop on the pouches. One of the things I always liked is adding an RE or a patch here and there, and I just thought it made it a little more fun. I guess it doesn't go with the sleek aesthetic, but offering that option would be nice, and they may do it in the future. On that external pin slot, if you put a pin in there, it almost makes the corresponding side unusable. So figuring out some sort of way to still incorporate a pin on the front and still take advantage of that little slot of space where the pin sits on the inside. While the Axo grid is new to me, I do hope that it breaks in after a little bit of time because it is a little bit stiff and I have noticed that some things take a little bit of work to get inside. And while I like the silence of the paracord zipper, I do like the double zippers on a pouch a little bit more. I liked having that access at the top, being able to double zip it, but it is a cleaner approach overall. And the last thing, and I'm sure Alpaka will take care of this over time, they usually do, they offer a ton of colors, and I just wish there were more colors than the black or the green. Both of the colors I like, don't get me wrong. I've got a lot of black and a lot of green stuff, but I'd love an orange or something like that, or blue. just something a little bit different. Can't wait to see that in the future because I'm sure it's coming. That's my review of the brand new Hub Pouch Pro by Alpaka. I think it compares as an improvement over the original with a couple slight differences. I really like it. If there's some other pouches that I have or that you'd like to see comparisons of, let me know in the comments. As always, I'm Lamar with MF and Research. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'm out.